I saw those videos on YouTube. I never saw it in real life. I saw those videos on YouTube. I never saw it in real life. This is the way to do it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Zendaya and Roach. Now, the reason why I'm having this reading is because I seen a YouTube short where Zendaya was posing on the red carpet and Roach was on the side with like some other people looking at Zendaya. And I'm not gonna lie, he was looking pretty demonic and crazy and ugly. like it was funny. Like he was looking really possessive and just sick while she was posing, and people in the comment section were saying like oh, like he really cares about her, and Roach don't play about Zendaya. And there were a few comments where it was just like, this guy looked demonic, and why is he so possessive over her? And that's what I was thinking, right? Now, hopefully that didn't turn people off, me sharing my opinion, because I know like sometimes people, they really like believe in these people and give them so much credence, right? But let's see what the energies have to say about it. So I'm going to be seeing if this guy really cares about, if he cares about Zendaya, right? I'm going to see how they're doing after the little situation they had a few years ago. And yeah, I'm just going to see like what's up. Like, is this guy demonic, and just what's going on, right? And just what pops up. Before I ask all the good questions, let me just see. What's the nature of their relationship? What's the nature of these two people's vibes? All right. Justice. It's about fairness. Just right off the bat. It's about fairness. That's what I'm seeing so far. Also, it's about growth. A partnership based on abundance. Right? This is an interesting Four of Wands. Four of Wands usually represents a marriage, but this particular arrangement represents abundance and growth. So I'm seeing something that's fully abundant. It pertains to this Empress, we know that, but they're dealing with the Tower, though. Interesting. At the same time, though, these two, they share good emotions, guys. Like fond memories, things like that. And this relationship does bring her a lot of money. That's what I'm seeing. It brings her a lot of money, and it even brings him money as well. So very deep. At the same time, though, she is strong. This is an interesting Queen of Wands. This particular Queen of Wands has a sword, so it's almost just like she could defend herself. She might seem stoic. She might seem like a clothes horse, right? That you just clothe and whatever. But she knows what she's doing. She has strength. At the same time, though, this guy is keeping notes, is what I'm seeing. It's almost like keeping tabs on her. What's going on with this keeping notes? What can we see about that? That's the interesting thing. What's going on with that? Why is he keeping notes? What's going on? Why is this guy almost like keeping tabs? Oh, he might have his own secret motives, guys. Right? The Hermit. Interesting. The Hermit. He's planning something. He's plotting something. Right? It's almost just like he's also playing on her delicate side. Definitely watch the reading I did on her and Robert Pattinson, because it speaks to her nature. She has a very empathic nature where she sees people's pain and she wants to heal them. That's a big vibe with her. But at the same time, this guy is keeping notes because he's trying to, save himself for when he needs to. That's just what I'm getting, The Six of Swords represents leaving a bad situation and entering into a new situation. What this is telling me is that he's keeping tabs for when things might not go right. This is actually deep, right? This is really deep. Is this why Zendaya really hasn't split with him? Because they did have a serious falling out. Like, even behind the scenes, it's very serious. And it's almost just like, I would say she has to watch out, because I was getting this guy's keeping notes. What else can I see? He knows where the bodies are hidden, guys. See, this deck is very powerful. It's very powerful. When this deck pops up, for the people that know, you know the reading is going to be deep. When you see this deck, he knows where the bodies are hidden. He knows the tea, right? He knows her low moments. He knows all that shit, right? You know, I know people think she's just innocent. No one's completely innocent, guys. Sometimes people can be. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it's true. People can be innocent. But you can't be innocent in Hollywood, right? So let me just say, he knows where the bodies are hidden. He knows the secrets about her. And relating to her sexuality, too. How she gets down. Her intimacy. So, ooh, this is very powerful, guys. So he's keeping tabs on that. And energy is telling me it's true. Does he love Zendaya? Does he really care about her? What's going on? What can we see? Okay, when the sun comes up, it pertains to narcissism. And it's funny, right? I swear to God, I'm not just saying this. When I was getting the decks ready, because I like pick up on the energy, and it's like, okay, what decks should I choose, right? Because like I do that for all my readings, even my client readings. Like I had to feel the energy, and it's kind of just like, what's the right deck? And I was like getting the deck ready, and then I seen the sun, and then I was just like, that'd be funny if the sun comes up, because the sun represents narcissism, right? And then it was just like I put it back in the deck, whatever, and I was just getting everything ready. And it's funny that here's the sun. I'm seeing narcissism, Leo energy, narcissism. What's going on? What else? Does he love Zendaya? Okay, I'm seeing this about the money, guys. So we're asking about Zendaya. So far, we got narcissism and about his money. His opportunities. He does care about her, and he does love her. At the same time, though, they have dealt with adversities with this Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands can represent an uphill battle, a struggle. What was this struggle pertaining to? There's secrets here. There's secrets. There's secrets. I don't know. He feels like he does a lot. And I'm actually seeing that he does a lot behind the scenes. That's just what I'm getting. You know, it's a vibe here where it's almost just like he does a lot of things behind the scenes, and he does actually support her. Does he love her? Yeah, he actually does love her, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not going to be like fucked up or mean or anything, right? Because even when I do readings for people and stuff, yeah, I might like go over the time, and I do that a lot of times and shit, like especially when it's about helping people out and I see like they're struggling with some shit and it's things that they need to know. It is what it is, right? But at the same time, am I doing these readings for free? No, because that's kind of stupid. Even the energies wouldn't allow me to. So it's kind of just like, I get it. So it's like, okay, I get that he does do this for his coin, right? But that's what comes first, is him with this sun, the solar energy, narcissism, and it has to do with his money. Those are the first energies that came out. Is that bad? Actually, no. That's actually when you have self-worth. So, you know, it's deep. It is what it is. Do you have self-worth? Yes. Is it strengthened that? Yes. Is it about his opportunities? Yes. But the lovers, he actually does love her. Have they had struggles? Uphill battles? Yes, they have. At the same time, though, ask about it. There's a lot of things behind the scenes, guys. A lot of fights, a lot of arguments, him protecting her. He was doing a lot of protection of her, showing her emotional support. I'm seeing that there was a lot of things that he actually should have got paid for, if we're going to be real. You know, the Six of Pentacles represents give and take. So what I'm seeing here is that, to be honest, he needs to be compensated even more. So this is why he was feeling how he was feeling too, though. You know, it's a lot of things that go into things, you know. I'm not going to make this about me, but, you know, sometimes when you are in a work environment where it's about like helping people or assisting people, right? You're like in an environment or you have an occupation or a job where it's about like servicing people or interacting with people. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that you're not paid for, right? It's things that should be actually calculated into the equation, and sometimes people know that and they want to take advantage of it, so it is what it is, right? So I'm seeing that a lot of things happen behind the scenes with him giving her emotional support and shit. There's a lot of hidden things though, right? A lot, especially regarding the industry. Does Zendaya love this man? What can we see? And I'm gonna ask, is she afraid of him? All right, interesting vibes. For sure how that card did that, but okay. I don't know, it's telling me it's a lot of bombastic energy. She don't know if she can trust him. Yeah, she doesn't know if she can trust him. And that's just what I'm getting. She doesn't know if she can trust him. At the same time, she knows things about him as well. The High Priestess, it's a deep energy. She's no fool. She knows secrets too. She questions things because even though she's an empath, she's not a dumb empath. So I'm getting a vibe like she knows who he is and how he gets down. What else can we see? So far I'm not seeing love though. What else can we see? Does she love this man? All right. It's about money for her. It's about money, and it's actually shady. Yep, it's shady. It's about the abundance. So on one hand, right, because the lovers could have came out in this deck, right? It's a whole separate deck. So it's not like I used this deck again, right? Like basically like only the lovers can pop up for him and not for her. No, I used a whole separate deck. And what I'm seeing here is that, and it doesn't even have to be the lovers. It could be other things, right? But what I'm seeing could be like the Ace of Cups or anything, right? What I'm getting here, and you guys know what I say, for you guys that follow my readings, sideways cards is a shady energy. Do she love him? No. She actually don't love him. It's all about her abundance. That's about growth. This is a good business arrangement, right? To be honest, she doesn't even trust him fully. It's just telling me she doesn't trust him. Is she scared of Law Roach because of the information he has on her? Fascinating. See, I keep it real. I'm not biased or anything. It's whatever I'm seeing. I might talk shit, but you fuckers got to deal with it, right? All right, so let's see. Here we go. Now the lovers came out. She does care about him. It's saying that she does care about him. See, I'm not biased at all. She does care about him. At the same time, though, this man is almost like a strength for her. That's just what I'm getting. This man is a strength for her. It's almost just like he clears away through all the bullshit. It's like, you know how like people say like follow certain stars if you get lost? This man is almost like a star for her, right? The moon, more emotions, more nurturing. It's telling me he nurtures her. So my thing is this, because this is deep, right? This isn't a contradiction. For I know like people that want to be like, oh, it's a contradiction. Look at lovers coming. No, this is actually deep. Because what I'm seeing here is her first inkling isn't like, oh, I love him, right? It didn't even come out like how his was like real life shit, the money and stuff. And then later it was like, okay, then secondary is, yeah, I love her. It was like first it was about just like her being like feeling like he's shady, right? And her being like, okay, I got my eye on him. And then it was just like shady money with the sideways card, right? Now we're looking into a deeper dimension where it's almost just like, okay, I love him. I care about him because he clears a way for me. He clears a path. Not just that. He's nurturing. He cares for me. He's a good guy. He's all about being fair with me. But, I don't know. Like, how would you guys feel? Like, if you were in his situation, right? And it's kind of just like, someone kind of just loves you just because of what you do for them, right? Not because it's like, oh, I just really care about this person, right? I mean, sometimes it's deep, right? I mean, it's better than her just being a monster, saying like, I don't give a fuck about what he does, it's whatever, right? But it's almost just like, I love him and I care about him because of what he does for me, not because of who he is, right? It's kind of just like what he does. That's deep. Now let me ask, is this Law Roach, is he demonic? What can we see? Okay, so far I'm getting he likes to unblock roads. He doesn't want his roads to be blocked. He'll stop that shit real time. He'll fight for what he believes in. What else can we see? Is this man demonic? All right, what else can we see? I don't know. He has control over his demons. Is he involved in some stuff? Oh yeah, most definitely. But is he demonic? Let's see what this last card is, and then I'll tell you. No, he's not demonic, guys. So he just looks scary. This man is just ugly. That's all it is, you know? Sometimes when the energy is telling me it's true. Sometimes when you ugly, you look mysterious and you look dangerous, and that's just a sad reality, right? It just is what it is. This is why people would trust a beautiful face instead of an ugly face. It's human nature, right? You know, for some people, it's beautiful, I guess, if you're not like that. But the reality is there's more people that would be suspicious about an ugly face than a beautiful face. So what I'm seeing here is, to be fair with this man, right? Is he involved in his own spiritual practices? Yeah. Is that bad? No. You know, some people feel like you shouldn't be involved in anything. It is what it is. I'm not here to judge. It just is what it is. So is he about like unblocking his roads and stuff like that? And does he even share that with other individuals? Yes. This is why Zendaya likes him, because it's like, okay, you're not gonna, like, if I'm involved in someone and I'm helping them, you're not gonna block their roads. Fuck that shit. My roads is not gonna be blocked, nor is the ones I care about. So he's one of those type of people. Is he very protective and overly protective? Yes. Is that bad? No. And when you think about it, it makes sense. He's a black male that's gay, right? In this society. I mean, you know, I'm assuming you have to be strong in order to make it to where he managed to make it, right? So what I'm seeing here is a strong individual. At the same time, this card represents having control over your demons and not having your demons possess you. And that's in the most important slot of this all, not even the future slot. What's in his heart. So what I'm seeing here is what's in his heart. No, these demons, whatever he's involved in, they're not controlling him. At the same time, though, he is involved in some shady shit regarding Hollywood. It just is what it is, right? This man is involved in some stuff. He's affiliated with things. It's to be expected. What can we see to close this off now? So I got into it deep. What can we see to close this off? All right. What's going to be a problem coming up for them is he just wants proper compensation. Again, he deals with a lot of things behind the scenes. A lot of things. A lot. And it's almost like he's an emotional support animal, an emotional support pet, a therapist, and all that. And he's not being compensated for it. So I don't blame him for being upset. You know, sometimes it's kind of just like, who wants to be taken advantage of, right? For anybody. It's like, let's say if you're a secretary or something, right? And your boss wants you to read long emails like when it's not work hours. That would upset you, right? You know, it just is what it is. It's kind of just like, he's like, okay, my thing is the fashion thing, but not only am I protecting you, not only am I building you up and encouraging you and doing all this stuff that's draining, but he's like, am I really getting acknowledged for all that? So, I mean, he's a strong individual that just doesn't want to deal with shit like that. At the same time, they have built amazing things. He is very significant in her life. Let me just say that. Very significant. He's a very strong individual, riding the lion, right? he actually needs some credit. Wow, this is actually shocking. This reading makes me appreciate Roach a lot more than I did. I'm gonna be honest. I was one of the just ignorant people that didn't really put too much thought into it. But the tarot has illuminated me immensely. So, at the same time in his heart, he feels like the money's not enough. So, this is deep, right? Let me just say this, right? This is why this is deep. This is deep because, okay, let's just say, I'm not saying because she's an actress. I'm just making something up, right? So you guys can get what I'm seeing here. Now, imagine if someone's a singer, right? And you're making, and I'm not saying this is her again, but let's just say someone's a singer and they're making hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And people don't know that every day she say things like, I really want to quit. I can't do this. I'm tired. I want my old life back. I can't do this no more. Meanwhile, you have someone in your corner just like, no, you can't do this. Be strong. Be strong. Like, you have to be strong. You have to do this. And it's kind of just like people don't see that part. That if that guy really wasn't around, this woman would literally quit. She wouldn't have the money. She wouldn't have anything, right? Meanwhile, it's only like he's only getting like $2 million for it, right? And then trying to make his own business deals on the side. How fair is that, though, in reality, though? How fair is that? It's almost just like, for example, like for parents, the ones that are fortunate enough to put their kids through college and that actually pay for their college and do all that, right? And then it's kind of just like once the kid becomes whatever high career they're getting, don't even care about them, don't even like drop by. And it's not because something shady happened, right? It's just kind of like, okay, well, you live your life, like I'm living my life now. There's some kids that are like that with their parents. And it's kind of just like, it's kind of fucked up, right? Because it's true. It's like, okay, well, how much credit do you get? And I'm not saying like, oh, you just have to be a slave and indebted to them. But should they get certain perks? You feel what I mean? It's kind of deep. It's like, again, like kids that put their parents into an old home, if they even do that. Meanwhile, it's kind of just like they have probably a house in the Hamptons, a house and fucking or apartment, and you're like there's people that live like this, right? And it's like, okay, like your parents did all this, but they're in some old home languishing, like, right? Like probably being molested, not even probably warm. And it's kind of just like, you clean your hands up with them, and it's kind of just like, okay, you did your job. We got to put things into perspective here. This is why he's unsettled. Planning. He be trying to do deals on the side. And yes, she's the actress. Yes, she's the face. But people don't know really what he does. Now I get it. Now I see why he was bitching about this in the past. Saying like people don't get it. Like people really don't get it actually. He does a lot. A lot of spiritual support. The star represents prayer. The star also represents spiritual support. It's a lot of spiritual support that he does for this woman that people don't know, right? She could just be fucking another nobody. People don't know how he got her into what doors helping her. People don't know, right? Because it's true. It's like sometimes you see these actresses and they might pop up for a season, right? And it's kind of just like they might be the big thing and then that's it. Then they go away, right? He helped craft her image as this fashion woman, as this fashion bitch, as this fashion goddess, right? And it's kind of just like, that's part of why she gets the rose. So, am I being controversial? Am I being fair? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying something. I felt like this was a very intuitive reading, guys. Take care.